It's legislation that I introduced, actually asked for the draft the same day that it passed. People thought that we couldn't get to this point. We are. But this is Judiciary Committee subject matter. And the bill didn't go through Judiciary Committee. We didn't address the tort reform that's so essential if we're going to do something to put health care back on track here in this country. And when I look at this, serving on the committee, I believe it was 2005, we passed legislation in the House that addressed the lawsuit abuse that drives up the cost of our health care. It didn't get taken up in the Senate. And here we are with a huge Obamacare bill ready to vote to repeal it, and part of the discussion needs to be, why didn't it have tort reform in it? We are prepared to take a look at this as we go forward. When I look at the numbers that are produced in part by the health insurance underwriters, they and others will tell me that somewhere between 3.5% and 8.5% of the overall cost of our health care goes because of lawsuit abuse and the defensive medicine that's associated with it. I have a friend who is an orthopedic surgeon who tells me that 95% of the MRIs that he orders, he knows exactly what he's going to see when he gets inside to do the surgery, but he has to order them anyway to protect himself from that 5% that might end up being in litigation. And he says in his little practice, that's an additional $1 million a year in unnecessary tests. That's just one small piece of the lawsuit abuse that drives up the cost of health care that we must address if we're going to have managed costs. And then the other component that is Judiciary Committee component of this Obamacare legislation that is about to have a vote on repeal here that we're debating is the components that are unconstitutional. The individual mandate as the most egregious component of Obamacare that compels Americans to buy a policy produced or approved by the federal government. Vote no on the bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman's time has expired. Gentleman from Michigan.
Mr. Speaker.